Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of AEW Weekly Wrap Up. I'm your host, Ethan Black. Today, we're going to talk with the shows from the Rampage and Collision from last week, this past week's Dynamite, and then the upcoming shows and the Ring of Honor. So, the usual stuff, but we'll just get right into it. We'll start with AEW Rampage from October 27th. We go with a no disqualification match between Mike Santana and Ortiz. Mike Santana does get the win over Ortiz at 10 minutes and 34 seconds. In a women's title number contenders field 4 match, the winner gets shot. And a car sheet on Collision. Abaddon defeats Anna Jay Sky will win 7 minutes 17 seconds when she had blacked a lot on Anna Jay. And the main event, Kenosuke Takeshita defeats Kyle Fletcher 11 minutes 17 seconds via running knee. Honestly, this actually wasn't a bad episode of Rampage. Honestly, I would just watch the no DQ and match in the main event. Both of those are 7 out, and then the number one contenders match is a 6 out of 10. Then we go to episode 20 of Collision. So the dark match was Anthony Gogo defeat Pat Buck. So the actual show starts with Jay White defeat AR Fox 10 minutes and 50 seconds via Blade Runner. In tag team match, the Guns, Austin and Cole defeating the boys Brandon and Brent Tate and a minute 40 via 310 on Yuma. For the women's title in a Friday night fight, basically a Halloween street fight, Hardcore Shield retained over Abaddon 10 minutes 11 seconds via Katana. For the Ring of Honor television title, Samoa Joe retained over Red Tights 2 minutes and 4 seconds by submission via Coquina Clutch. AEW World Tag Team Championship Stars defeat Dax Harwood 12 minutes and 44 seconds via Power Driver. Claudio Castagnoli defeat Trace Williams in 43 seconds via European Uppercut. In the main for the AEW World title, MJF retains the title over Kenny Omega at 30 minutes and 13 seconds via Heat Seeker. That's basically that like pile driver for the ropes. From this show, I say watch the Jay White Air Fox match, the women's title street fight, and the AEW World title match. The AEW World title easily match of the year contender. But it was really so MJF is by the longest reigning AEW World Champion. So we go to Dynamite from November 1st. We go with a video package to recap recent events. And then Renee gets backstage. She welcomes Fierce to Dynamite for introducing AEW World Champion MJF. And she brought that he needed 3 tag partners for his 8-man tag match Bulk Up Gold. So he needs some help. And then he calls Cole and it's like a Zoom or Skype or something with TV next to him. He tells MJF that he should accept Samoa Joe's offer to help. And then he said, know if he would. Then he said, defend the AEW World Tag Titles full gear. And then Brock Strong and Kingdom come in the frame while Roderick Rowland yells out for Adam. And basically calling out MJF for leaving big conversations to never do that to Cole. And then he's accusing MJF of being a devil mask covert. And then Cole blows him off as the video call ends. And then we see the person with the devil mask appear on screen briefly. Then we go to opening match for the international title. Orange Cassidy retains over Claudio Castagnoli 17 minutes and 2 seconds via roll up. This was oh my god, sorry, I got a sore throat. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it wasn't. This was actually a fun match. I just went 7 out of 10. It was a good match. I mean, I like Claudio basically pressed Cassidy over his head back in the ring. And we saw during the match, Hook come down and press runs, but basically kicks him out, and then and then during the break, we saw Hook basically get booted out of the building. So it looked like we're getting Hook and Wheeler Yuta. I like once more Cassie went for Stun Dog Miller and Claudio counters in the giant swing. And then he did like a sleeper hold swing thing. I thought that was pretty cool, but I actually thought Claudio had to win a couple of times. But like I said, Cassidy reversed her to get the win, but it was a fun match. Then after match, John Moxley enters the ring, beats up Cassidy. So then pretty much for that, MJF is like trying to find partners. Like MJF stood at Omega's log, knocks him, but Jericho answers the door. And yes, he was in there, Jericho closed the door on him. And then we saw Wardlow choke him against the wall and said that he's going to take everything from him. That was actually pretty cool from Wardlow. And the Acclaim offered to be MJF's part, but MJF walks away. Andy Bones on David Max. And by this won't be the first time we see the Acclaim and Billy go with MJF all night. And we see Moxley doing a backstage promo after the break, and he said Ray faced off his butt, putting up for 3 seconds. And then He basically challenges Cassidy to a rematch for the International Full Gear, which I'll run on the full upcoming stuff after. Then our second match, we got for the round World Six-Man Tag Team titles. The former champs, both Embassy Bishop Khan, Brian Cage, Toa Leona, defeating the champions, the Young Bucks, and Heyman Page, the Elite Summit, and 51 via double team move on Nick Jackson. I think this was okay, honestly. I don't know, 5 out of 10. This was made earlier in the day before the show came over. Not announced a rematch. Yeah, like how Swerve came out into his house, and then Heyman Page just takes out to Nick Jackson and basically leaves the Young Bucks by themselves. Then after match back, Jackson gets all mad, has a hissy fit over losing the titles. But yeah, Mo Websy comes 2-time, bring more 6-man touch. Honestly, I didn't care. Like I said, 5 out of 10. Then I like how MJF, after the break, we see he's gonna knock on Joe's door, but he stops, walks the door, puts Darby's name on it, takes the sign, and writes emo B word on there. And then when MJF turns around, he starts to come gun, and Hester had to pick a sign, points at, but MJF just walks away. So Bones tells him, "Damn Max again." There was in-ring promo with Adam Copeland, makes his way down the ring, and he puts over Tony Schiavone for all the hats wear backstage, which Schiavone does a lot of stuff backstage. And then Christian, basically, he's just talking about how him and Sting go way back. And he said he wanted to a team with a full gear. 14th, Jim Christian Cage interrupts, walks stage, loses to Nick Wayne. And basically, he's got to break his neck. And then Luchasaurus and Wayne wanted to beat up Copeland, but Copeland put Cage in a corner, basically trapped him. And Luchasaurus said they close on back. I don't know if he has a name for that or not, but basically, he closes on the back of the neck. And then Wayne hits a Wayne Twirl. That's basically a out of the corner cutter. They go for the chair, but Sting and Darby make the save. And then Copeland, you knew this was happening. Copeland was going to be the third partner for Darby and Sting at a full gear. Yeah, honestly, this was not a bad save, but honestly, everybody knew that Copeland was going to be the partner of Sting and Darby. And then we go backstage. We were supposed to have this important announcement from Tony Khan. You know how it worked when it's this a pointless Zoom meeting? It should be an email. This what this should have been. Or in TK's case, basically a tweet. Basically, they're announcing on December 1st, you could pre-order tickets for All In on August 25th, 2024. And say that they had to wait. Honestly, this was so dumb. Of all the announcements, this is one of the worst ones. Honestly, this should have just been a tweet. This did not need to be announced. This was Soul Monster said. This was basically just a rating pledge, if I'm being brutally honest. And then we go to another tag match. It's Golden Jets, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega defeat Angel Parker, and MMR 6 minutes and 8 seconds via Drew's effect on Angel Parker. Yeah, this match was just there. I'm going to be honest with you. Actually, I'll say my overall thoughts for after. But yeah, basically, this wasn't really much of a match, honestly. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really have much to say about a lot of these matches on the show, if I'm being honest, but you knew they were winning. And then after the match, Don Callis family challenges them to a street fight 2 weeks on Dummy in Ontario, California. That's the Dummy for full gear. And then Jericho calls them dummy, and then they accept the challenge. They said Omega said they were going to fight alone. He knows Kota Ibushi will be on the team. Callis said remain short, and Jericho said he found a friend that's bigger than Hobbs. Callis says there's no one bigger. Hobbs is so Paul White makes his way. I seen pictures on Twitter. I didn't even notice this till the day after. It was it looked like one leg was I can't look like one of his legs was swollen and the other one shrunk a little bit. I don't know, but basically Fletcher up to the stage and Paul White knocks him out. I thought Paul White was gonna. I thought he was gonna fall over, honestly. But yeah, so we got that match on November 15th. Then after the break, Jericho and Reese go into the locker room while the Young Bucks are in the background, and then Matt Jackson got mad and asked what was pointing to leave back together. Then he called Jericho to fight all those years ago, and then Jericho told him not to take the fight over the ring or 6-man tag titles on him. And Omega said Jericho split them in the fight against Don Callis family, and it's that they're cut from the same cloth. And then Joey Locker and Cleveland, and Jericho, they dropped a water bottle or something on the floor and told the Young Bucks to clean him. Honestly, I don't really care about the Elite anymore. Honestly, like they're so cold. Same with the Young Bucks. Like I don't know. I do still like the Young Bucks, but no, they're just cold right now. Then we go to our final time match on the show. Hikaru retains the women's title against Will Nigo, 9 minutes and 56 seconds via Katana. This actually wasn't a bad match. I just won 6 out of 10. But my only complaint is like Will Nigo literally had a number one touch match on Rampage and lost, and then and then literally lost on Battle of the Belts too to a TBS title match. But not a bad match at all. And then after the match, Toni Storm comes in and makes with her butler Luta, and then she X-ray knocks Bell Luther saying, and then she basically knocks out Storm with a knee, and chases her back. Lights come back, obviously Julia Hart, same behind Nightingale. Sky Blue runs out. It looked like she was going to join up with Julia Hart, but never does. So basically, she spread blue mist at her, and then so Sky Blue and Will are not going to be joining House of Black anytime soon. And in fact, she claimed and Billy Gunn make more pitch to MJF. Matt Caster, they did scissor and wore that stuff in the trash pit, which was, I'm just going to spoil gear. And then he told him to leave. And then Winter, he's on Team T. I'm going to call him Team TNA. Honestly, Jeff Jarrett, Julius on Jet substitute Jarrett. And then he looked bad that Caster gave him. And then Renee becomes backstage, but she was interrupted by the Kingdom Raw Strong. He calls Adam Cole, and then Cole basically told him to shut the hell up. Then we're going to make an 8-man tag match. Basically, if MJF's team wins, he gets back his world title. Bull Cup Gold, the Guns, Jay White, Rob, defeating the trio champs, Clay, Andy Bell's Mass Caster, World Champ, AEW World Champ, MJF, 13 minutes to defeat Blade Runner on MJF. I'm a little surprised the MJF got pinned on TV. I mean, I didn't really like, but I'm not some of these people on the that I've seen that like they really, really hate it. But it's cool how it took one Blade Runner. But again, I said this on the last couple of weeks of this episode of AEW Weekly Wrap Up. I'm not the biggest fan of the title stealing, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm really not. But I mean, honestly, if I thought it was going to be either Maskcaster or Andy Bones getting pinned, not MJF, but it was cool to see MJF get pinned. You don't see that often. But overall, this match was a 5 out of 10 for me. And at the end, at the aftermatch, White he's going to hit MJF with the belt, but Maskcaster sacrificed himself and got hit with the world title instead. And then Caster wanted MJF to scissor him, so he does it with Billy Gunn Gunner's face, tell him to do it after everything he's done for him. So they finally had a 4-way scissoring to close out this week's Dynamite. Honestly, like it wasn't bad. It was just there, to be honest with you. It was just kind of the wrestling was okay on here. I mean, I don't know. Overall scored 5 out of 10 for me, but honestly, sorry, I don't have really much to say about this episode. If I had to pick two, I'd say just watch the international title and the women's title match. That's really it for me, to be brutally honest. But that is done. Now, tonight's Rampage, we have a triple threat match. El Hijo de Vikingo versus Pentagon Drew versus Commander. Sky Blue goes on with Shavir. Trimper goes on Diego Garcia. And the Guns are in tag team matches. Chris Venus, Matt Sydal. Saturday's Collision. Darby Allin versus Lance Archer. Sorcerer versus Air Fox. And they made 8-man tag. It'll be 2/3 of the ring war. 6-man tag teams. Gate to Eggy, Toilet, and Bishop Khan. Teaming up with the AEW World Tag Team Champions Rick Starks Big Bill to go against FTR and LFI's Rush and Preston Vance. And then Full Gear. They didn't announce anything for Dynamite next week yet. We'll probably find out the matches on Collision and probably tonight on Rampage. But we have 6 matches made for Full Gear. So we have for the World Title, MJF defends the title against Jay White. MJF and a mystery part defends the Ring World Title against the Gods on the pre-show. Of course, she defends the World Title against Toni Storm. Trios action, TNT Jim, Christian Cage, loses Nick Wingo, Darby Allin, Sting, Alan Copeland. Orange Cassidy defends the International against Jon Moxley. And him and Page goes over Swerve Strickland. So that was AEW. And then we're going to Ring of Honor episode 36, my apologies. 11 matches on the show. We kick over with the tag team match, the Righteous Vincent and Dutch defeating Chris Rhodes and Matt Sydal 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Layla Hirsch defeated Rob Renegade at a minute 49. Darius Martin defeated Lee Moriarty 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Josh was Ethan Page in 5 minutes and 54 seconds. In a Fatal 4 match, and Helga defeated Greg Logo, Metalik, and Slam J 5 minutes and 48 seconds. Rachel Eller defeated LMK 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Fatal 4 tag team match in 2/3 of the 6-man tag team Gates of Agony, defeating Fairy Kylie Bro, Sean Dean, Iron Savages, Boulder and Bronson, and the women Pierre Avalon and Ryan in 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Ashley Andrade defeating Lee Johnson and Nick Camarado 5 minutes. Triple threat match. Kiera Hogan defeated Charlotte Renegade 3 minutes 22 seconds. 8-man tag team match. Don Castle, the Gravities, and the boys Brandon Tate and Brent Tate defeating the Workhorseman Anthony J. Drake, Griff Karras, and Cole Carr 7 minutes 26 seconds. In the main for the women's title, Athena retains over Mercedes Martinez 13 minutes and 33 seconds. Honestly, from this show, I say watch the Darius Martin versus Lee Moriarty match, the Fatal 4 match, and the women's title match. That's all I can recommend. But that's the show for this week, guys. I'm your host, Ethan Black. I'll be back next week. Talk about the usual stuff. Have a good week and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.